Hi, I'm Marna. This is the Dolls Rescue Channel, and I want to tell you about influencers. It's a real thing. I am on some group chats, and I am on this one, and we were talking about a doll on Danny Chu's site, a Smart Doll, that the numbers were going down on. Great marketing, Danny. Just brilliant marketing. And she was a doll that normally was up all the time, but her numbers just kept going down. Danny recently added how many dolls on the site there are available. And one of the gals, Holly from Holly's Dolly, said, you know, I'm really concerned because what if she doesn't come back up? And that's a real thing. If you're looking at a Smart Doll, I love these dolls, love them. And it's one you want, and all your bills are paid, and you have the money, get it when you see them, because it might not come back for a while, or a long while, or maybe never. So anyway, the three of us got to talking, the three of us being Holly from Holly's Dollies, and Dory from Dory's Dollies and I, and we decided we should take this opportunity to get our Mondays that we each always wanted anyway and do a collab. So that's what we are doing today. Thank you, ladies. And, well, boy, this one's really packed tight. How cool is that? All right, let me do this then. I'm new with these scissors, and I guess I'm kind of stupid and learning them. Anyway, we came up with a cute, well, Holly came up with a really cute idea for a collab. Let's unbox this doll, and you can see who we got. Actually, it's probably in the title. When you get your doll from Japan, they come really quick. Not as quick as they were coming. We were getting them in 2 days. I'm not kidding. But we also request UPS. FedEx rather than whoever it was. They come in this really nice box. Don't throw these away. Give them to somebody with a cat. I do not give these to our cats because I hang on to them and put stuff back in them for storage. Like my...
I'm going to build a box fort.
I know. Oh, God, if you knew how many dolls I have in boxes and boxes saved. Every Smart Doll comes in this really nice tote bag. These are very well made, and you can tote them around in it. Be seen with the Smart Doll. I always tell the story that I actually met a neighbor, Nicole and John, not the Cool Dolls. You'll know them from Etsy. Met them at a fabric store, what? Well, let's just say 40 minutes from where we both live in a small town. Never would have met her had she not been carrying her Smart Doll. All right, let me set this down. See how well they're wrapped. Oh, I love these dolls. I love these dolls. They are so well made. You also get this nice box that has inside your instructions for care. Some are comical.
No extras today. Aw.
Aw, you didn't buy me nothing? You were supposed to get extra stands.
Cheap SOB.
Whoops. Your wig comes in here so nicely wrapped. And what I do is I take these out, take the netting off, the little ball out, put this back together and put it back in here. I take my stand out. Yes, I do use these. I really like them. And I like that they click. I have the old style. That one's tight. I have the old style that is stationary. I like this so much better because you can change its position. I put all this back in here. I'll put that stuff back in that bag. And then I put that down in this bag. I put a big rubber band around it and I put it upstairs. Why? Because it's a good thing to do.
I'm going to paint them white and make them igloos.
This is Monday. I can't imagine there's anybody out there that does not love the Smart Doll Monday. She's just iconic. When I first was looking at Smart Dolls, before I was even intending on buying, it was Monday that caught my eye. But I love a redhead. Oh my God, I love a redhead. And I didn't buy, and I didn't buy, and I didn't buy, and I didn't know the price went down, and I bought on eBay. And anyway, every time I go and look at dolls, Monday would catch my eye. But I didn't buy her because, you know, she was always there. But now I have her, thanks to Danny's brilliant marketing and my two influential friends, Dory and Holly. Here she is out of the box. Look at that face. Does that face not say 17 and full of spunk? I mean, just, she knows where the parties are. She's not a bad girl, but she knows where the parties are and how to have fun. The part of the collab was to take human winter items, accessories, whatever, and make an outfit for Monday. So this is what I came up with. What I'm working on right now are these tights that I bought on clearance, I don't know, after Christmas last year or maybe a year before. What I did was I took a chance. I put the leg on her and cut it off at her waist. Now it's come down a little bit. That's normal. Could I have cut it a little higher? Probably. But what I'm going to do, this is what they'll look like. Turn it inside out. I added a channel. A channel is a fold over so that you can run elastic through it. And that'll be up over her hips so it'll hold these tighter. Turn them inside out. I got this from J Dolls UK. I pinned where I want my stitches. And what I'll do is I'll start here. I need to turn these pins around. Start here, put in a good knot, take this up, coming into the V, move it over just a little bit where I can get the scissors between it. At the top, at the crouch, I will put a good knot in there. I'll go, 3 times back and forth before I come down the other side of the leg and locking this. Then I'll cut this, try them on her, and I'll add my elastic to the waist. One thing about a doll, when you're using elastic in the waistband, never ever cut your elastic by the waist. The reason is that's going to be tight going over the hips. When you see these floppy, broken hip dolls, what has happened is 9 times out of 10 or 99 out of 100, someone put clothing on and shoved them up over the hips, and that forced the leg inward and broke that socket. And that's how you get those floppy dolls. When you go to cut your elastic for a doll's waist, especially a Smart Doll, measure at the hips, and remember it'll stretch, so you can give it, a snug fit at the hips, but measure the hips, not the waist. With a Smart Doll, include that butt, because some of them have a really big butt. I'm talking about the pear shape, and it might be a little loose here, but that's way better than a loose hip forever. Then I'm going to take a lady's hat that Darren and I bought these after, we bought them towards the spring at Dollar General. They were 50 cents a piece. I'm not sure they weren't a quarter by then.
Could be.
And I'm going to make a little dress out of this. And I'll show you how I do that when I get to it. Okay, this is what came out of the center after I put a stitch in. I did go ahead and put a, can you see how this is, you can't see it from that side. I used silver thread. I probably should have used black, but now you can see it. Very small zigzag, and that's to catch any fraying. So after I did the seam, the inseam on her tights, I went back over it with the zigzag. I like the fit. They come out just below the porthole. Very happy with that. So what I'm going to do now, I kind of held this dress up to the body, and I want this bottom on it. I want that finished body. So what I'm going to do, I think, is use the whole hat so that I don't have any fraying on it. Turn it over. Now, I had this just right a little bit ago, and it looked very cute. And then I'm going to add snaps to the back. And I can pull that tight, and that way, and if you see, that porthole will be exposed right there if I put that snap right there. And take snaps on down. Let me see how tight that is on her hip though. No, that'd be fine. And then it'll be a nice tight New Year's Eve dress. Really cute with the stockings. Put some silver shoes on her, I think. To fix this a little bit. Be a nice tight dress that comes off. I don't have to shove that over her body or take her arms or head or anything off. So that is my plan. Kind of cute, isn't it? So I have my mannequin here, and since it is New Year's Eve and cold outside, I wanted a wrap. And I thought, you know, the Dollar Tree used to have gloves that had fur around them, and I thought, oh, that'd be perfect to go around her neck. Well, they don't have them this year. However, they had this, what they call a muffler. Okay, they do call it a muffler. And I thought, you know, that might work if I cut it down and taper it. And the color is okay for what I'm doing. Is it perfect? I wish it were black also, but let's see what I could do with that. I don't know. It's kind of thick. We'll see. I'll take that apart and see what we got. Want to see what else we got? They had some fun stuff. They had these socks for me. Sometimes in the fall and late fall and early spring, I wear socks under my bike shoes. Not very often. I just don't wear socks. Although I've been living in those booties, you know, the little, I think they call them cabin booties, in the house. Okay, and then I got myself, since I don't have time to work on the Christmas coloring book that I bought, although if I started it after Winterfest, I might enjoy it through the year. I bought this just for fun. Darren and I haven't been on my bike since September, no kidding, just too busy. But we ride our bikes to Pilot Grove, which is, when we get said and done, it's about a 15-mile round trip. And we get pizza at Casey's there. Maybe y'all have Casey's near you. And sometimes we get our pizza and take it to the depot. We let Katie run around. That's our Yorkshire Terrier. She has a basket on the front of the bikes. And eat our pizza there. And of course, Katie eats pizza with us. Sometimes, and Darren rides one-handed with the soda and the pizza, so we bought these to put in his saddlebags. So let's see what I can do with this, and we'll be back. I cut the muff in half, turned it inside out, swooped the edges, although one looks a little more swooshed than the other, but it's not. Look, I mean, it matches, just looks like it. And I have to be careful because that fur side moves. It really will walk as you sew. That's why there's so many pins. I'm going to sew this end closed. I'm going to sew this end closed up to here, turn it inside out, sew that by hand, and put a snap on either side. So here is my Monday, dancing on New Year's Eve. This necklace was harder to make than you think. Those are tiny, tiny little links between those stones. I had to get Darren's help. Thank you, Darren. Thank you for the doll. Thank you so much to Holly and, Thank you so much to Holly and Dory for influencing me to go ahead and buy Monday before she ran out. I am so glad she did. I'm also glad she's back up there because now you can get yours. I want to show you how I left the porthole. I have 4 large snaps in the back of this hat, and I left a porthole. As you can see, she's kind of got a panty line, but I'm okay with it because the stockings worked out pretty well. And when she's ready to leave the party, the New Year's Eve party, it's cold out there. So she has, so here she is in her little stole, and I put a large snap there. I use large mostly because of this fur being so long, deep, plush. And I really actually like this. It's super soft. I bought 2 of these beanies in yellow because I love how Monday looks in yellow. And it started like this, and it's a much nicer beanie than I expected. These came from the front page of AliExpress. And I thought this would be one continuous piece. I knew it was in half, but I didn't know it was in half like this. I thought it was in half long ways. So what I'm going to do, well, I've got hair all over this, my goodness. What I'm going to do is cut these and put these together, because what I want is a skirt, like a skating skirt that's real full, and this would only give me, you know, it'd be a tight skirt across the hips. So that's what I'm working on. What I'm doing is I am gathering this by hand, and if you can see, this has ribs, what they're called, ribs, ridges, and I am, let's see, where's my thread? I'm doing 2 ribs at a time so that I have an even gather. I'm so glad that it's actually, let me tilt the light. This is like glow.
It's already neon. You're just
Neon?
over.
Oh, sorry. It is neon. I'm not so sure it's not glow in the dark. I really like the way it turned out. Is it perfect? Well, of course not. But it turned out pretty cute. I had this idea for a skater's skirt. And the top, yeah, it makes her look a little fat. But you know what? I think it's cute. Now, I've had her standing here for well over an hour to make sure that her skates were right and tight. And now it's going to act up. So that is my Monday. I cannot thank Holly and Dory enough for this collab. I've never done anything like it where we all bought the same doll and did a box opening and made them a theme to theme clothing. But boy, ladies, I'd do it again. Hint, hint, hint. I really had fun. Please be sure to go by Holly's and Dory's channels. And of course, I have those links right in the title. Go to one and then they'll link you to the other one, and then come on back and watch mine again. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.